Hello everybody, this is Greg Louie. Welcome to another video. Do you ever find yourself having difficulty letting go? Do you always have trouble moving on and forgetting the past? Stay with me as I share with you reasons to let go. I'll be right back. You know, we don't understand why we lose things sometimes. Sometimes, seemingly those things are good for us at the time, but we don't understand why we lose them. You know? But one thing I do know is that life is a cycle. And as the cycle goes, you have to lose some things to gain some things. If you don't lose anything, you never gain anything. There's death, and then there's life. When death happens, there's always life around the corner. There's always life around the corner whenever death happens. So the cycle has to go on. So if you don't understand at all why you had to lose it, just remember the cycle of life. The cycle of life has to go on. You gotta lose it in order to gain it. Even the Bible says, you gain life. You gain your life by losing your life. And sometimes it's just, there's something better for us. There's something better ahead. And that's why you've lost what you've lost, because there's something better ahead. You know, letting go can be the most difficult thing in life. Moving on can be one of the most agonizing things in life. But the thing is, once we begin to understand the reason why we have to let go, then it makes the transition, it makes the process a little bit easier. It's not going to be easy, but it makes the process a little bit easier. Once you begin to understand why it is important to move on and let go, then the process will become a lot better to stomach. You know, the Bible said you cannot put new wine in old wineskins. So what it's basically saying that is that you cannot move on with the old and still expect to be in the new. You cannot move on with the old and still expect to be in the new. Which means new things cannot come to you. New things never come unless you throw away the old. The caterpillar cannot maintain its old shape if it wants to turn into a butterfly. The seed cannot grow into a plant until it breaks out of its shell. So you see, you cannot move on with the old into the new. It just doesn't work. Okay? I know somebody who just went through a relationship, and that guy did something very terrible to her. She got into this relationship, and it turns out that it was a complete sham. 1 year later, the guy was gone. Took whatever he could take from her, and he was gone. And she's finding it extremely difficult to move on. She's finding it extremely difficult to move on with her life. She wants to pay back. She wants to see what he can get as payback. But you see, she has a lot ahead of her that she is not willing to move on to get. And in the meantime, she's completely held hostage. She's been held hostage by this guy who's no longer in her life. So she can't move forward to get the things that are ahead waiting for her. So you need to move on. If you don't move on, whatever is ahead waiting for you, you cannot get it. That's just how life works. If you don't see or understand that there are things waiting for you ahead in life, there are things waiting for you on the other side of the river. If you don't see and understand that, then you're missing out. You're missing out on years of blessings, years of goodness, years of good things that are waiting for you. But if you don't let go of the past, if you don't let go of the past and move on, you are trapped in the past. It's like you're trapped in a time capsule where you just cannot move on and see what's ahead. So I encourage you, as much as it is hard to move on, as much as it is difficult to move on, but you need to understand that there are better things ahead of you than what's in your past. There are always better things ahead of you than what's in your past. There is always more in you than what you've given. So there's always more ahead. Don't keep looking at the past, what you've lost in the past. What you've lost in the past is minimal compared to what's ahead, what lies ahead. There is a lot, way more lies ahead than what's in the past. And if you don't move forward, if you don't keep looking forward, you're gonna miss on 3/4 or more of what lies ahead. You may have a job waiting for you, but you're still holding on to the past that you've lost your job. You're still holding on to the past that you've lost your car, your house. There's more ahead. There's 3 cars ahead. There might be more houses ahead. There's a more beautiful house ahead. But you keep holding on to the past. If you don't let go of the old house, you will never get the new house. If you don't let go of the old relationship, you will never get the new and better relationship. You see, that's how life works. So I urge you, let go of the past. Open the box, open the door, open the window to the new. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. My name is Gregory, encouraging you to live the best you. Bye-bye.